Hi everyone, today's video I'll be showing you how to apply some of the nail decals that I've been showing off on my Facebook page and Instagram. These are decals, they're not water decals or water sliders. They're actually a very thin, only 2 micron thin film that you place over the sticky layer of the gel polish that you're using. These are from Nailin. It's from Victoria Popova over on Facebook, her Nailin page, and she's got an album that has all of her designs. She's got hundreds of designs to choose from. I chose mostly florals, some flourishes and scrolls and things like that just to kind of play around with. And I'll be showing you this one, how to apply this particular design in this video. But as you can see, the possibilities with these are really quite endless. You can use them by themselves, or you can add embellishments to it like I did with the gold here, gold foil. And for this one, I simply painted it over it with some gel paint. And there you have more of a 3D relief type image for that. So that's what I'll be showing you in this video. And again, these aren't your typical water sliders. These are, when you open up your packages, you'll see that they look slightly kind of matte looking, and that's a good thing actually, because again, these were created to use specifically for gel. I did contact Victoria and ask her about use over regular polish, and she did tell me that these don't really work that well over regular polish, because you do need the tacky layer from your cured either base gel or base color gel to apply the sticker into. That helps you get a more smooth and wrinkle-free application. And these also have a slightly porous texture to them, so the gel can actually kind of soak into and impregnate that layer, that decal, and that means you're going to get very nice wear out of these. You won't have to worry about them chipping or peeling. So again, these are pretty much made for gel, so you can try them over regular polish, but I got it right from the maker that these are best for gel polish. Anything with a residual tacky layer, and these should work for you. And we're going to do our sample nail here. This is 2 coats of Madame Glam Baby Pink. And I have not removed the sticky layer from this. Again, we're going to go ahead and apply the decal straight into that. Also, I wanted to show you guys here from, if you saw my last video and the application of these pigments that I received from Social Claus, the multi-chrome pigments, you can see that after 16 days that these are still absolutely perfect. No chipping, no peeling. Absolutely perfect. When I wore the Ditspade automotive multi-chromes, they did chip after, I think I had a chip after 9 days, or was it was like 5 or 6 days, something like that. But as you can see, no chipping so far with these. The only issue I had was on the 2 nails that I used a matte top coat over. You can see that I did have chips along the corners. Those started out very small at first, and as just with daily wear, they started to kind of get a little bit bigger. This was the first one to chip. This one was probably after about, I don't know, I think it was like 6 days or so. and then again, it got slightly larger. So apparently the pigments don't like the matte top coat, but every nail that I have the shiny top coats over, they are still absolutely perfect. And again, no chipping. So for those of you wondering how these wear, at least over rigid enhancements, I think they wear absolutely perfectly. So we'll move on. Let me get my stuff set up here, and we'll get to the demo here for the nail. All right, so we have our nail, and again, the tacky layer is still intact on the nail. We have not cleansed it, and I've cut out one of the designs off the paper. And again, these are very, very, very thin. So all I did was simply lift up a corner with my nippers just to get a corner up. And then you can simply peel it off the backing. These do have a little stretchiness to them, which is another added benefit, being able to get a nice smooth finish with these. So let's go ahead and position that on the nail. Now I like to get it from the bottom of the nail to the tip, and then you can come in. Might be better if I take this off the stand here. And then you can come in and start smoothing down the sides and positioning it where you would like it. And you can see it doesn't take much manipulation at all to get this 100% smooth. That's the nice thing about these. They are very, very easy to use. And once you get the top coat on them, they really kind of brighten up. So all I'm simply doing is kind of putting my finger and kind of sliding this down a little bit. Okay. Again, there's a little bit of stretch to these. So getting these nice and smooth is really a very easy thing to do. So once you get that completely smoothed all the way around, you need to remove the excess. Now there's two ways to go about this. The videos that I saw from her are using a file to file along the edges to remove any of the edges, any of the overhang from the sticker. But one kind of tip that I saw from an EMI video, the Emmy video on her decals and using those for her bas relief designs, she actually takes a little bit of bonder and goes around the edge, and it essentially dissolves the excess sticker. Now these technically aren't stickers. I did think there was some adhesive on the back of these. There is not. It's simply a very, very micro thin film that you're applying to the nail. So apply the bonder, and that will help get rid of, that will dissolve those edges and give you a nice crisp edge along the sides there. And once you get that removed, you're ready to move on to the next step. All right. right, so I've got all my edges dissolved or filed off, whichever your preference is. And now there are two ways that you can do this. If you like the matte look, you can put a matte top coat over your design and then you're done. Or you can use a shiny. Now again, this has a slightly porous texture, so the top coat is going to kind of seep into that and create a better bond with the nail beneath it. There's no need to really add any extra or flood the air or flood the nail. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and apply the shiny top coat, whatever your preference is. I just happen to have my Luxa brand on hand here. And just go ahead and top coat that. And you'll see once you get a top coat on there, the colors actually come through a little more since it's not matte. And these don't have that kind of printed, pixelated, you know, kind of look to them. They still retain a very nice finish to them once you get the top coat on them. So there we have our top coat over the nail, and I'm going to go ahead and cure that. And for this, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little embellishment once it's out of the lamp. We'll be right back. All right, so our nail is out of the lamp, and now we're ready to go ahead and just embellish this a little bit. You could leave this as it is, and you can see it's quite pretty on its own. These don't have a kind of, I don't know, pixelated or kind of grainy look to these. These look like you hand painted them. And that's what I really like about these. So I'm going to use a little bit of some Moyra foil gel in black, and I'm simply going to trace over the lines here on the sides, and then we're going to foil over that. I'm going to use my Crystal Nails Zero Short Brush, so you can see very fine lines on the brush there. That'll help keep you nice and thin and delicate looking on this. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you can see what I'm doing here. And again, you can hand draw something if you like, but you know, the lines are already there, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. All right, once you get that painted over, we're going to go ahead and cure that, and then we'll put the foil over it. We'll be right back. All right, now we're ready to go ahead and foil over our black. So I have my foil here, and we'll just lightly press. And there you have your foil design. All right, we'll go ahead and cure that and be right back. All right, so here is our completed nail. And you can see that adding, again, little embellishments to this. You can add crystals. You can trace over, maybe come in with a white and do maybe some outlines around the petals of the flowers to kind of give those a little more dimension. There's so many possibilities with these. They're beautiful all on their own as well. And kind of as a little preview of what I'll be showing, because I had some people ask. I kind of gave you a little, you know, tracing over the lines in this one, but these are from the Emmy decals. These are what she calls nail crust. These are the designs here. And now these are more of your traditional kind of, these are water sliders, and they're kind of plastic-like, a very, very thin plastic film. They're not stretchy. And I'll show you how these apply. There is a few different things that you would do with these to work with these, and using her gels as well. But these are just some examples of some of the nail crust 3D kind of boss relief that I did with those. So that's kind of a preview of hopefully coming up here in the next couple days. I don't have an off day until next Tuesday or Wednesday, so hopefully I'll be able to get it get a video done for you guys for these. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have any comments or questions for me, leave them down at the bottom, and as always, I will see you guys later.